Good day, everyone. We are now about to start another topic. This is very important, most especially for you, my dear learners, and of course, to our ever supportive parents. My topic right now that I'm going to share with you is all about submitting your outputs a modular and blended way. Why I also consider the blended way? It's because it is the combination of modular and online learning. So again, this is Sir Jasper and I am about to discuss this topic. Let's proceed to the next slide. Why is it an important topic? The problem nowadays in the modular learning is the submission of outputs. Most especially the parents are going to school every Friday to pass the papers of your learners. And the papers are also called outputs. And there are some issues that are having when it comes to submission of your outputs. And here's the thing, we can solve it. Definitely. Here are the things that we should remember. Number one, put the learner's names and subject or learning area. Number two, separate and staple each subject. Number three, if you have phones, take a picture of the output. Number four, if you don't have phones, inform the advisor. And number five, complete the outputs. Let's start with number one. You should put the learner's names and subject or learning area. Here's an example. This is an example output in which I put the name, my name for example, and of course the section. Here's the location of the name and the section. Also, you should not forget the subject. So the teachers of each subject area can easily see or distinguish the subject or learning area that you are passing. Sometimes there are lots of instances that the papers have wrong subject. Here's what you're going to do. Just double check the paper, the module, so the subject or learning task will be suitable for writing in the output. For example, the paper for English should be labeled as English. If the subject is for Filipino, label it as Filipino. Don't be confused because it can easily be seen in your modules and even in your GCs or messenger, the subject that your teachers are giving to you. The next thing that you're going to do, number two, separate and staple each subject. Each subject should be separated so the advisor that you're going to pass into will give the paper separately to the teachers. And there will be no hard time in pulling the paper once it was being binded into one. Remember, you should separate it. And here are the subjects. This is for junior high school. But of course, there are some terms in elementary or even in senior high school that you should be able to remember. In junior high school, here are the subjects. You should be able to separate it into Filipino, English, mathematics, science, araling panlipunan or AP, edukasyon sa pagpapakatao, ESP, technology and livelihood education, PLE, music arts, physical education or PE, and health, or this is called as MAPE. This is also for you parents to know or be familiarized with the subject of your child. Of course, we should help one another for this thing. Also, when you are stapling the paper, you should be able to see or double check if your papers are organized. Don't make your teachers confused because you know that there are many papers that we are also checking. And if you don't have stapler, you can have the paper clip or scotch tape for each subject to be bind. Get it? Now, let's proceed to the next. Number 3, if you have phones, if you have cameras in your phone or phone cam, you should have taken a picture of the output. The reason why you should be able to do it is when your teacher said that your paper was lost or your output was lost, you will be able to send the copy of the paper to your teachers. Here's an example. And here's what you're going to do. So you will have another copy of the paper. You don't need to rewrite it once again. Next, if you don't have phones, inform the advisor. You are passing each week to your designated advisor. We are very happy that the parents are doing it for their children because of this pandemic situation right now. Here's what you're going to do. Just talk with your advisor so the advisor will be able to tell also to the subject teachers and give your outputs to them that you have no phones. Not only that, if you have also problems regarding the activities, you can go to the advisor. If you have directly having a problem to the subject or learning area of your child, go to the subject teacher and we can definitely talk about the problem of your child in that specific subject or learning area. And lastly, number 5, you must be able to complete the outputs. There you go. Mission complete. You should be able to complete the paper submitted of your child. It's very important that you will be able to have a great connection to your teacher. That's all what you can do. So your outputs will be able to be submitted on time. If the outputs are complete, you will not have another problem regarding submission to the next week. And you will no longer think of the things that you missed regarding this type of output that you're going to pass. It's a very important thing nowadays that all of us should coordinate with one another. Let's support one another so that your child will have a better learning, even in this pandemic. Let us be able to show that we can do it together. Always remember, number 1, put the learner's names and subject or learning area. Number 2, separate and staple each subject. Number 3, if you have phones, take a picture of the output. Number 4, if you don't have phones, inform the advisor. And number 5, complete the outputs. Happy submission. Have a great day.